Welcome back to Cure for the Common Game. Today, in deck number 871, we're going to talk about Satsuki, the Living Lore. Now, for a green and white to get you a 1/3 Druid, and this does a thing we haven't seen before this set. You can tap our commander to put a lore counter on each saga you control. Now, you can only do that as a sorcery, so it's only, your turn, stack empty, main phase, stuff like that. So, when this dies, you get to choose one of these two things. Return a saga or an enchantment creature you control to its owner's hand. That way, if you want that effect from that saga again. Or return target saga from your graveyard to your hand. Now, this is the first saga commander. I think I have built another saga deck not too long ago, but I have played against this deck twice. And in big tables, there was 5, 6, 7 players. I don't remember. This deck can take over. It is a lot of game actions per turn, and you can snowball out of control very, very quickly. As a matter of fact, everybody in my play group is like, yeah, nobody else plays that deck. So it's actually gotten rule zeroed out of the format before I ever show y'all the video. I guess one day somebody will play it when they roll this number, right? Anyway, let's get to it. First, we're going to go through here. These are, I'll admit, I went to gather, and I searched for every white or white-green saga. As it turns out, I had them all except for one. I don't remember the one that I didn't have. But what they do didn't matter to me, to be honest with you. I wanted every single one of them. And yes, some of the sagas do some amazing things. You can go get lands. You can creatures. Just about any action that you want. And yes, you did see me put the blow up all lands one in there. That's a thing. It can happen. But those are the sagas. Just had to get those out of the way because while that's the meat and potatoes of the deck, it's all about the other cards, right? So let's look at ramp. I have ramp in just about almost every form. Let's start off with land search. Not a lot. There's rampant growth, farseek, cultivate, right? Then we have our rocks. Now, there's more rocks in here than the locket, signet, key rune, cluestone, talisman, and border post. Okay, the reason why there's that many in there is because we are running that dang blow up the all land saga. We want something left, right? But enchantment wise, because all these sagas are enchantments, and that's what I really, really wanted to hone in on, was overgrowth, abundant growth, things like that. That way, if you draw this late, you get an enchantment bonus off of it, as well as, and our enchantment bonuses are of course going to start with card draw. Now I don't have all of them in here. I was operating with the ones I had, and to be honest with you, it might be scary if I had them all. I have the Satyr Enchanter, the Mesa Enchantress, and the Setessan Champion. Yes, the Vesuvian would be awesome in here, Argothian, Enchantress Presence, all that. If you've got it, run it, because I'm telling you, it's a mean deck for it. And then I have Rites of Flourishing. This could easily be one of the other Enchantress cards. The deck doesn't have to have it to play it. Although, you are encouraging people to play 2 lands a turn. And if you've got the Geddon Saga in your hand, that can cripple a table. Anyway. Other enchantments, Instill Energy and Nature's Chosen to put on the commander so you can use her tap ability multiple times per turn. Kind of the same thinking with the Seeker of Skybreak to untap. There again, this could be Argothian Enchantress. It raise the curve at all. Arasta, because flying creatures are a thing. And an opponent casting their sorcery, you get a reach token. Sphere of Safety, this does work. And Ethereal Armor, for 1 mana, it turns any creature you've got into just an absolute beat stick. So let's look at our, of course, Board the Weatherlight, find you a saga. The new Story Weave deals with sagas. Resurgent Belief is going to bring all your enchantments back from the graveyard of the battlefield. Now, our old sagas, prior to Neon Dynasty, when they go through all 3 of their settings, they just go to the graveyard, right? Well, those can get back. Now, the Neon Dynasty ones flip over into a creature. Important to note, though, if that creature dies and goes to the graveyard, it is its front face card, so it is the saga. Playing once in future, I don't really see a problem here with 3 green mana, so it's a good regrowth. Season of Renewal, there again, regrowth is better, but you know, I didn't have it. Just one or both, a creature or an enchantment. Now these cards are enchantment adjacent, as they say. You know, Starfield Mystic, of course, going to make them cheaper, and then when they put to the graveyard, he gets bigger. The Jukai Naturalist, costing 1 less. Weaver of Harmony, making your other enchantment creatures +1/+1. That's really, and this is an enchantment creature itself, so those flip sagas get a little bit of an anthem there. Blessed Spirits is a ridiculous card here. I think this was the dominant creature on the board most of the time. And then, you know, Sigil of the Empty Throne, because why not, right? Now, as you noticed, we don't have a whole lot of creatures in the deck, so that's why we have more board wipes than normal. You know, we have the Kurtar's Wrath, Slash the Ranks, Descend Upon the Sinful, Martial Coup. I like Martial Coup because you get something out of it. In this deck, that is exactly what I am running it as a board wipe. It costs 7 mana. That's just, you know. Now, we do have some enchantment removal, like Faith Fetters. I love some Faith Fetters. If it's a creature, it's an enchant permanent. So it can lock out any permanent. That's beautiful, right? Yeah, you gain the 4 life. That's not why we play it. Its activated abilities can't be activated unless they're mana abilities, you know, like Line of War. And if it's a creature, it can't attack or block. This does wonders on most commanders. Now, granted, there are a lot of commanders it doesn't do anything to. Like Rurik Thar is still going to be Rurik Thar out there. It can't attack or block. It still, you know, does Rurik Thar things. But not attacking or blocking or tapping is an amazing thing to make a commander useless on the board. Instead of just sending it back to killing it, send it back to the command zone, and, you know, they just cast it next turn. And anyway, Seal of Cleansing is the enchantment version of the Disenchant. Of course, yes, the Disenchant is in there. Banishing Light. Got the Return to Dust. I love this card. And then the Return to Nature. Now, I am running quite a few green-white duels, so let's go through them. We have Vivid Grove, Evolving Wilds, Tranquil Expanse, Elfhame Palace. Now, I know Elfhame Palace. Literally every other land, tap land, is better than it. I know. I love the art. It's invasion. And I wanted the highest concentration that I had of green-white duels. Selesnya Sanctuary, Greypelt Refuge, Grasslands, Terramorphic Expanse, Blossoming Sands, Selesnya Guildgate, Uncharted Haven, Crozen Verge, Sungrass Prairie, and lastly, Encroaching Waste for a little bit of, honestly, Maze of Ith protection. That's what I say. Maze of Ith. There's 5 or 6 cards. Either they flip into lands that do it, or they're whatever kind of mazes. Yeah, to me they're all mazes of Ith, and they can stop you pretty quick if you're drew your ethereal armor and you've got it on a creature and want to go to town or whatever. So that is 871. By no means, this is not the super version of this deck. There's, but just this version alone, a lot of game actions, whole lot of game actions. So, I'm gonna go put this over here on the wall. I don't know if y'all can even see that, but I did it. I will move these chairs before the next video. I'm sorry. But that is what I have got for today. I do appreciate y'all watching. Y'all let me know what you think. But right now, we're going to go ahead and shuffle and cut.